Discernment allows us to recognize what resonates with truth and what merely mimics it. In this journey, the seeker must be radically honest with themselves. They need to ask, does what attracts me stem from an emotional need or a call from my soul? Am I seeking comfort or growth? Am I embracing this doctrine out of fear of being wrong, or does it resonate with something that has always existed within me? The second key is simplicity. In a world that worships complexity, sophistication, and excessively ornate esotericism, spiritual simplicity is often mistaken for naivety. Yet the great masters have always taught through simplicity, not because they were unaware of profound mysteries, but because they understood that truth doesn't need embellishments to be felt. The more advanced a being becomes, the simpler their presence is. Wisdom that touches the heart doesn't require degrees or technical jargon. It manifests in pure gestures, straightforward words, and silences rich with presence. The truly spiritual don't compete for attention. They simply exist. It is in simplicity that the ego dissolves, allowing the soul to begin to speak. The third key is silence. In an age where people talk too much and listen too little, silence is revolutionary. This isn't the silence of omission, but rather the silence of sacred listening. It's in this stillness that the deepest revelations occur. When the external voices fade away, the internal voice finally emerges. Silence is the altar where the divine whispers. In authentic initiatory traditions, silence is not just a virtue. It's a practice, a rite, a shield against the illusions of the world. True initiates learn to quiet the noise of the ego, the opinions and the projections of others, so they can hear the only voice that truly matters, the voice of inner truth. These three keys, discernment, simplicity, and silence, aren't handed out by gurus, can't be bought, and aren't guaranteed by any certificates. They are earned through time, dedication, and a willingness to navigate one's inner deserts. They require letting go of formulas, relinquishing expectations, and having the courage to be alone when necessary. They don't cater to the ego, as they don't promise quick wins. Instead, they transform one's very essence. They turn the seeker into a silent beacon amidst chaos, someone who doesn't just talk about spirituality, but truly embodies it. This is the kind of presence that the most authentic orders nurture, even without fanfare. At the heart of the discrete orders that still embody the spirit of ancient initiatory schools, these three keys represent fundamental principles. The name of the order, its location, or its external structure are irrelevant. If it fails to cultivate discernment, simplicity, and silence, it has lost its essence. These orders do not recruit, seduce, or impose. They attract through their vibrational energy. They recognize their members not by titles, but by spiritual maturity. Their core teaching is not found in rituals, but in the everyday life lived with awareness. For true initiation is, above all, an internal transformation, a shift in the perception of reality. The true spiritual path isn't a stage, it's a living laboratory. Here the ego is confronted daily, fears surface without filters, and social masks fall away one by one. There's no room for fantasy. What exists is work. Work that is invisible, silent, and profound. In this process, many give up. It's easier to repeat mantras than to dive into one's own shadow. It's more comfortable to adhere to a rigid doctrine than to face the abyss of inner freedom.